All right, guys, we are in the kitchen again today. So this is some of that chicken I roasted on the open fire rotisserie. All I did was rip it off the bones, saved some of the skin here. Got our chicken, and what we're making is buffalo chicken pierogies with a nice blue cheese cream dipping sauce. So take your leftover chicken. If you want to make chicken for this, whatever. You got some leftover chicken, you did whole chicken. This is a great way to utilize it. So, like I said, we got our chicken here. What we're going to do is we pulled it off of our bone. Save your skin because we're going to be using that. And just take it, just give it a rough cut. You just want it chopped up. Think about your filling. You want it to be, not too big. You don't want it shredded. If you prefer shredded, just reheat the chicken and shred it up, man. But what we're going to do here is just give it a nice chop, get it nice and fine, kind of diced up, just like so. Do a couple of passes in each direction. Try to focus on any big chunks if you see them. You want some. You want to know what you're eating. Don't want the texture to get all muddled. It's cold out. It's nasty. So I figured today's a good day for this. So we're going to just make a nice, simple, basic pierogi dough and make our pierogies. So now we're going to take our chicken skin here and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to dice it up. Now this stuff has all that flavor, whatever rub you had used, the smoke, the wood flavor, the grill flavor. We're not going to mince that up too much, about the same texture as the chicken. And we're going to put that off to the side. So now all we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to toss it in some buffalo sauce and get making the rest of it. All right, so now we're going to make our pierogi dough. Basic, simple, super easy. So we're going to start. We have 2 cups of flour in here. I use all-purpose non-bleached or unbleached flour. You can use whatever, but quarter teaspoon of salt, 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm using salted butter. If you're not using salted butter, you can use about a half teaspoon of salt. We got a half cup of sour cream. We got an egg. That's really basically it. So what we're going to do first is we're going to mix the flour and the salt up. Just get it incorporated real nice. All right, so now we're going to take our egg. We're going to work that in there. It's going to get clumpy, nasty. That's all right. Make sure it's incorporated real good. Everything should look kind of moist. Like I said, it'll get clumpy, almost like gravel. And you'll know the egg is mixed in there real good with the flour and the salt. And now we are going to grab a silicone spatula here, maybe, if I can find one. Typically what happens around here. There we go. Now we're going to add the sour cream in. Like I said, it's about a half cup. And we're going to add 4 tablespoons of salt and butter in there. And we're just going to mix that up. going to look dry. It's going to look clumpy. But we're going to work the rest of it in. Let that mix a little bit. Beautiful. All right. So now, this is what we got. Make sure your hands are clean. That's what we're looking at. So now what we're going to do is get that the hell out of our way. So your board is clean. What I'm going to do is throw just a piece of parchment down. Okay. Already had a chunk ripped off. We're going to dump our dough out on here. And what we're going to do is just knead it with our fingers. So ball it up. Just like that. Knead it down. Fold it. Knead it down. Fold it. I like to give her a nice little quarter rotation. We're not going to add any flour. Just like that. You'll see as it'll start to kind of just get silky on the outside. It won't be tacky. Just like that. And I'll do one more for good measure. Just want it to look smooth. Just like that. So then, what I'm going to do, I'm going to ball it up. Nice like that. And we're going to wrap it in some plastic wrap. If I have some. Grab a chunk of plastic wrap. Okay. Found it. I don't know how you could lose a roll of plastic wrap that large, but I did. So we're just going to roll it up nice and tight. Just like that. Throw that in the fridge for about half hour to an hour. All right, let's make our blue cheese cream sauce here. Got half cup of sour cream. Get that in there. Then I got a quarter cup of Greek yogurt. This is whole fat. We're not on a diet. If you're on a diet, you shouldn't be making this shit in the first place. So you can use, mayo or whatever, but the Greek yogurt will just give you that tang, you know? You want that. And then what we're going to do, we're going to do about, I don't know, say half teaspoon granulated garlic, about a half teaspoon of celery seed, and I got about 4 sprigs of fresh dill here. Get her mixed up real good. It's easier to mix it right now, get everything incorporated before you add the blue cheese. Just like that. So that. All right, so now got about 4-ounce block of blue cheese, or half cup. So we're going to take that, just crumble it up. It's easier to do it with the knife at first, and then just kind of rough your way through it. You want chunks, you don't want it too big, you want them, just varying. When you mix it, they'll break up too. So Don't worry about getting it too crazy. Use good blue cheese too. Makes a huge difference. Just like that. Yum. You can do this the night before. Let all the flavors meld together. But if not, give it enough time to where everything can, get to know each other in there. Then I'm just going to use my hand whisk here. Just give it a turn. Make sure everything's incorporated real nice in there. Break it up. Now, depending on your thickness, see, you want to be able to dip it. So that's a little bit thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just thin it out with a little bit of milk. Now, if you used mayo, chances are you wouldn't have to do this, but you wouldn't get that tang either. So I'm just going to start off with like a tablespoon. Should probably only need a tablespoon or two, really. Should be awesome on wings too, by the way. You can even add a little bit of ranch in there if you want. All right, see, that's pretty close, but I want it a little bit thinner. So about 2 tablespoons of milk, really. Just like that. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what we can dip our pierogies in. So I think that pierogies are really a great vehicle for anything, man. You can Philly steak and cheese pierogies, you name it. But the buffalo chicken's going to be damn good. Loaded baked potato pierogies. That's one I was thinking about. Let's give this a little test. Shouldn't need any salt. Shouldn't need any of that. Not if we get it right. See the texture? Whew. That's what I'm talking about. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right, so I'm going to cover that, throw that in the fridge, and let it hang out. All right, so now we're going to make our filling. Get your pan nice and hot. I got 4 pieces of bacon just chopped up. We're going to cook that in there. Then we're going to add our chicken skin. Pull the bacon, add the chicken skin, crisp all that up, put it away, shut it down. We're going to use this base also. We'll use the chicken skin and the bacon inside of our buffalo chicken pierogi for the filling. But then we're also going to use that flavor base that we made to kind of grill off our pierogies after we're done boiling them. All right, so we got a nice hot pan. Toss our bacon in. Break it up. And I'm just going to let that cook down until it gets crispy. All right, so here we got our bacon, nice and crispy. Use a slotted spoon, pull it on out of there. Keep all that good bacon fat in there. You want it nice and crispy because you don't want it to break down. I mean, you got to figure inside of that, our filling, we're going to have, buffalo sauce and all that good stuff. You want to know. And it's chopped small enough, so just like that. Okay, so now we have our hot bacon fat. We are going to add our chicken skins that we chopped up. That smokiness, our seasoning that we had on there, it's going to blend in, even flavor that bacon fat even more. You didn't think that is possible, but you can smell it. It just comes right out of it. Just that wood smell. Yum. So I'm going to let them go for a few minutes. We're going to get them nice and crispy. Toss them on the paper towel with the bacon. All right. This only takes a couple of minutes. Just like that. Look at that, guys. Man. I'm going to pull those out. Look at that. Put those off to the side. It's going to add flavor, texture. I mean, come on. Smoked chicken skins, cooked in bacon fat. All right. So just kill the heat. Let that stuff chill. Now, let's make our filling. Okay, so here we got our chicken. Just for, you know, whatever. This was what was left. 2 thighs, 2 legs, and 2 wings. So, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit it with some of the buffalo sauce. You've seen my buffalo sauce recipes a few times, so they're out there. I figured there's no reason to go through all that. Plus, I already had some made, so just gonna toss it. You want it just a nice coat. You just want that buffalo sauce to be in there. You don't necessarily need it saturated, or you don't want your filling to be wet. Too wet anyway. So you just want to make sure everything is orange. Just get that buffalo flavor in there. Just like that. Look at that. Yum. A buffalo sauce already has the salt in it, so we don't need to worry about any of that other stuff. So now let's take our chicken skins and bacon crisps. Toss those guys in there. Oh, hear that? Crunchy, crunchy. At this point, you want to get your water boiling too. You're going to need a big pot. If you think that's too much water, add a little bit more. Because the last thing you want is to cool your water down too much when you toss your pierogies in. So, and then for a little bit of freshness, got some green onion here. Just gives it that nice little bite. Livens everything up. Makes it a little less heavy. And then I'm going to shred up some Monterey Jack cheese. All right, so we got a good heavy half a cup here. Probably closer to 3/4. But it's cheese, So who's counting? Get that all in there. Mix it in. Make sure it's incorporated well. So every pierogi gets all that good stuff in it. Just like that, guys. Dang. Come on. Who doesn't want to eat a pierogi with that inside of it? All right. Let's start making them. All right. We got our dough. It's been in there just about an hour. Just like that. And we are going to split it just so it's manageable. So I'm just going to split this guy right down the center here. Put him off to the side. Flatten it out. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll it out to about 1/8 of an inch thick. Just doing this on some parchment paper. If you have a, an official rolling area, it definitely works better, but parchment paper helps. Even though it does crinkle up sometimes and it can be a pain in the ass. There we go. It's looking pretty good. So about 1/8 of an inch. So what I'm going to do is take my parchment. I'm going to pull it off once just to make sure we're at that good 1/8 of an inch and loosen it up a little bit. Now I'm going to just take 2 inches. Just like so. Oh, theory, it's all right. Take these guys, pull them out. Just like so. Move them out of our way. Take the rest of this, roll that out. Just like that. All right, I'll speed through the rest of these. All right, there we go. We got them rolled out. So now, just stuff a couple here just to kind of show you what's up. Just grab a good amount. Oh, this one, 1 second. Just give them a little tug. Put your filling in there. And what we're going to do, stretch and fold it. Just like so. Pull these up. Make sure everything is in there. This one is a little bit small, but it'll happen. Now, I just like to just take the fork just to make sure I really seat those edges in. That's that. Bang another one out here real quick for you, then I'll speed it up. Stuff it in, pull it out, just give her a nice little stretch, fold it over. Again, just make sure everything is in there. Kind of pull as you're pinching. That way you'll get that shape. It'll tighten up all your filling, just like so. And then I'll seat the edges with the fork. Just like that. All right, I'm going to bang the rest of these out. All right, So we got them done. We got our water, a little salt in it, and we're just gonna drop our pierogies in there. Just a few at a time. Do them in batches. When they float, I like to just count to 10, 20. Don't put too many in so you don't cool your water down too much, and then pull them out. All right, so we got our thing reheated. I added a little grapeseed oil just to boost up that smoke point. We're just going to toss our boiled pierogies in. Like so. I had one of them open up on me, but it should seal back up as soon as I drop her in here. Like so. Let them go for a minute. Got my next batch over here. Don't need to cook the hell out of them. Just want some nice color on them. Get them a little crispiness going on. The good stuff. That. Oh, nice. That's one of them ones that split on me. Here's the other one over here. I'm going to let him go for a minute. Come on, look at that. And just like that. Beautiful. Let me grab my shaver out of here. Somewhere, I think. I don't know. There it is. Yum. Look at that. I'll let them go for a minute more. Tasty, tasty, boys and girls. That's nice. I'm going to pull these guys out real quick. Ooh. Being a little gentle with the tongs. Kind of, right? There's one of them ones that split. Here's that other one that split on me. But see, now they're holding together a bit. And let me throw this other batch in. I got one more batch boiling over here. So I get some color on these. Ooh. All right. Now, we're just going to start. I'm going to take a little scallion here. Do a quick shave. Just on the top, you know. We got that freshness. They're still kind of oily, so they stick nicely to it. And I got these guys over here now that are just finishing boiling. So, as you can see, they're just starting to float. So, like I said, I'll give them 10, 20 seconds. So, all right, I'll bang the rest of these out. All right, here we go. Check them out. Oh, man, grab one of these lower ones because I know that they're a little bit cooled down. Look at that. Come on. Got our sauce here. See what we got. Wow, that's good. Check it out. Man, oh man. There's texture inside. Wow. They're awesome. Super awesome. All right, guys. That's it. That's all I got.